So glad you could join us from the farm, Stanford Stadium in Palo Alto. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. It's the Miami Hurricanes and the Stanford Cardinals. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
Hey guys, checking in pregame with the Miami head coach. He told me this is a big challenge for them just from a time zone standpoint. He's trying to do a lot of research with his sports information and sports performance coaches to make sure their team is prepared and ready to fight this east to west time zone travel. We'll see if they're able to perform well here today. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. He'll bring it out. It's Compton. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. So Miami's offense will have the football first. And here's the guy they want to feed, this senior running back. Churned out more than 150 yards and found pay dirt a couple of times in their victory last game. Running inside, it's Fletcher. That hole closed quickly, a pickup of 1 to the 15.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Makes the grab. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on, they'll be able to rev up and get more aggressive taking shots.
Keeps it himself. And he converts on third down as he gets it out to the 26.
I just love it when my quarterback knows situational football. They run the option. He understands. It's 4th and short. Like, I got to stick my nose in there, get north-south, and try to get that first down. I love when I have a quarterback that can do that.
Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. I don't know why, but it's a thing. The ACC Wheel of Destiny, you spin it, you never know how it's going to come up, and you can't afford to give away a game early in a conference like this.
And I think both of these coaching staffs, David, understand that, and they've been preaching to their team, we've got to start fast. Not just in this game. We've got to start the season fast. We've got to take advantage of this opportunity.
And I think Reese hit it right on the head, too. The Wheel of Destiny, right? It seems like it's a new team every year that's playing in the championship and appears to be a wide-open league. So a lot of turmoil, a lot of change. I think that starting 1-0 is an important step to getting to that championship game.
It's on target and complete. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. The Hurricanes can really attack on this 2nd and short. There he goes. A huge play there, and they finally get him out of bounds at the 37. And the Hurricanes will snap it on 1st and 10. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. The short hands, it's Lofton. He's like a pinball with attitude out there, hammering ahead to the 30. After the 7-yard completion, it's now 2nd and 3. Bounced right back to them.
And those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
Darian Mensah from the gun on 3rd down. Soft spot in the middle. Touchdown, Hurricanes! He got loose and it was lights out after that.
Man, it doesn't get any better than that. You script the first 10 plays, that was 10 plays. That was perfection. That was a touchdown. That's called good scouting, being ready for the football game, and executing to a T to start this game off.
And they did tack on the extra point. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Stanford's offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And here comes the freshman quarterback who has certainly outperformed his recruiting ranking. Not a highly touted recruit, but what a job in camp to win the starting job here for the opener. Wide receiver comes in motion. Here's the fly sweep. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. That's the big sophomore tight end who's shaken up. Holly Rowe will keep an eye on him. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They go to the ground. Crosses the 30 to the 31 and a 6-yard pickup.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you could turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. They'll try to run for it. Shows him the stiff arm. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
Man, I love when offenses are not afraid to run the football consecutive times in a row or multiple times in a row. I know everybody wants to air it out, but, man, getting that ground game established, making those linebackers and safeties come up and know that we're going to run the football, I like the way they started this football game.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And how frustrating is that? You're that running back. Where were you supposed to go? There was absolutely no lane for him on that play.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to scramble. He'll pull it down and run. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out, but when things break down, they get off schedule. You've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play. The Cardinal will have to boot it away. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. Miami's offense comes out ready to go to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Hard running there. Moves up to the 34-yard line. Give him a 10-yard pickup.
Well, when we talk Miami and their ability to throw it, it all starts and ends with Malachi Tony and what he did on some of the biggest stages a year ago as a true freshman, right? He just had that game-breaking speed. You just want to find ways to get this young player the football because he's a home run waiting to happen. They've got a lot of other talent surrounding him, but he is the focal point of their ability to throw on the rock.
Caught, and he's got room. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
Great job by the defense here rallying to this wide receiver and making the tackle. He is dangerous. They don't want to let this receiver get behind them, but they know that when he makes catches, they better rally quickly and get this guy on the ground. He is fast.
And they can't make the connection.
Missed opportunity on offense. QB and receiver just not on the same page there.
So now it's 2nd and long. Here's Mensah to throw. Working that wide receiver screen. Knocked off his feet.
We'll give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's 3rd down from the 45. Right down the middle. intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Going the other way, and he's got room.
Well, the defense was in cover two, which means they had two safeties playing deep, and they took everything away from the quarterback vertically, forcing him to have to try to check it down. And a great job by the linebacker, jumping the throw and getting the pick.
Motion from the wide receiver. Takes the handoff. It's Irvin. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. We've reached the break, and Miami is holding on to the lead. And we've come to the end of one. And let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. He's got it again. Stuffed on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at third and long. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Safe completion on the screen. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line.
Great job, too, by the QB there, holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the first down.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. With the catch, it's y'all.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
And this is an offense that really relies on its running game on that second down call, giving it to the back, letting him find a way to go get it first.
They're going to ride this running back. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever, third and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running, so nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a third down opportunity that's in their favor.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Cardinal. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And he makes the extra point.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
Let's see what he can do with the return. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Things got off to a good start with a touchdown on the opening drive and then quickly went to pot with a pick on the second one, and now they'll see if they can find the middle with this third possession. The Canes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Throwing, Mensah. Setting up the screen. Can't get him to the ground. Knocked down at the 31 after a gain of 5.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
Red pass, it's complete. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up. And the Canes come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. The run inside. It's Fletcher. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the first down and get the sticks moving.
And the Canes look to keep this drive humming. 18. Mensah. Fires to the middle. That's reeled in. It's Lofton. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
Man, this quarterback's got a short-term memory, boy. After the interception on the last drive, that looked so ugly, but he's come out and he's been able to turn the page. 4 for 4 now on this drive, throwing it. He's got himself right back in, locked in a really, really nice rhythm. I don't think you have anything to worry about if you're the head coach looking at your quarterback, seeing how he's responded to that mistake on the last drive.
Last completion, picked up a couple. Here comes 2nd and 8. Now the play fake. Fires to the wideout. Touchdown, Canes! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And this offense right now, they're doing some damage through the air. That's now their 2nd passing touchdown. They thought coming into this game they were going to have some matchups on the perimeter of the field that they could take advantage of, and they've done that so far here today.
And he tacks on the extra point. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Gonna run it. It's Irvin. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football on the first play of the drive, and it gets
makes the grab in their space. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. The Cardinal coming off that big pass back to the line. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking to throw on first down. Sets up the screen. 7-yard pickup on that one. Is now 2nd and 3. Down to 2 minutes to play. We'll take the timeout. They'll talk it over. A chance to tie or even take the lead before the break.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
And he runs into a wall, maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
Just feeds the running back. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Timeout is called by the Cardinal. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Stanford gets set to snap it on first down. The option, he'll keep it. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expected...
Could be enough. Got enough space. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Stanford!
That is exactly how you want to end halves. Put a drive together, score the touchdown, a chance to tie this up and take all the momentum into halftime.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. The Canes offense comes onto the field looking to put together a drive. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you...
And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7.
And the defense makes a play, finally. This is a lot of offense early in this football game, a lot of scoring. Need more of this from the defense. Getting to the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, and then when you get him down, you get him behind the sticks. Good things happen for your defense.
The Hurricanes will kick it away to start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. Cardinal offense takes the field, ready to attack. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots?
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. You use the play action to try to slow down the rush, make the defense hesitant. In that case, they weren't hesitant at all.
No, they weren't, and it was a nice job with respect to effort on defense. You saw guys engaged one-on-one. They got dudes beating some blocks, lots of speed in the front of that defense, and you saw it on that play.
Now facing second and long after the defense came up with that sack. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets him out to the 25-yard line.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Off play action. Gets rid of it. Fires to the big fella. Shakes a man, and he might take off. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. How aggressive will they get on 1st and 10? Motion from the wideout. Looking to throw on 1st down. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Now on the counter. Just a gain of 2, and now they're looking at 3rd and 8.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Trying play action. Steps to his left, out of the pocket. He'll get rid of it. Got his man to the left. And he's to the 48-yard line. Good enough for a 1st down.
Really nice discipline by that receiver against man coverage because you know that throw is going to be contested with a defender in your back pocket. He fights back to the football. He fights through contact and shows really strong hands on the catch.
And a lot of times the fit up front, you know, linebackers are fitting holes and that ball bounces and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB and the offense will get a W. Like they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
Right back to the well. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
Well, this defense knew coming into this one, if they could stop the run, it was going to be really, really hard on the offense. And I just love the tenacity they're playing with right now. This front 7 are flying around, getting to the ball carrier. This running back has had nowhere to go today.
Quick completion on the out. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Trying to keep the drive alive. 5 some room. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
You know, the risk on defense on 4th and short, putting all those guys close to the line of scrimmage, is that if the offense creases you, it's going to be an explosive play, and that's exactly what happened. They weren't able to stay in all of their gaps, and the offense breaks off an explosive run on 4th and short.
Pocket breaking down. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
And this offense shows right away on 1st down. They're willing to pass down here. Does this soften them up a little bit for the run here on 2nd down and goal?
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. Touchdown, Cardinal! With that, they grab the lead here in the 2nd half.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
Looking for blockers. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Off play action on 1st down. He finds a soft spot in the middle. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
And that's a really good throw by this QB, man. Seeing the crossing routes, putting it on his chest so he can keep running across the field, get those yards after the catch. Nice job being on the same page with QB and receiver.
Off the play fake. Picked off. What a play to set him up. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end, covering passes.
There's some room. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down. Stanford fresh off that big run, going back to work. Wide receiver going in motion. The receiver on the jet sweep. He stopped in his tracks, and boy, were they ready for the jet sweep. Into the 3rd quarter of this opening week of the season. It's now 2nd and 10. Gonna run it. It's 4. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Keep it on the ground. No gain on the play. They tried to run for it, and that defense was ready. And the field goal unit is on the field. Absolutely center cut. And that lead grows even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
On the move from inside his 5. He's able to sneak his way across the 20 and steps out at the 21. Miami's offense comes out ready to go to work. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Here's Darian Mensa to throw. Got his man. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that in route.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Wants to throw it again. Fires to the middle. Complete downfield. Makes the stop at the 49, but not before he gets in plus territory, gets 15 and a first down. And the Hurricanes come to the line with a new set of downs. At the end of the quarter, it is Stanford holding the edge. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. So first down, we'll open up the final period. Here's Mensa to throw. Caught. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
And no messing around right now if you're on offense. This is the time where execution has got to be at a premium. You need to hit completions, David. They need some big plays.
And you just want to keep pressuring them and keep making them use the clock, give them the underneath stuff. And again, when they drive the football down the field, I just can't give up touchdown.
There's a crease. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami!
Man, how nice is it to be down and you need to score points when you can just hand it to your running back and he can make big plays like that? Jesse, they're going to need more of those to get back in the football game. They've dug themselves a little bit whole, but that was a good start.
Yeah, I think the defense probably kicking themselves too. I don't know if in this 2-minute type situation if they're expecting them to run the football, but somehow, some way, you've got to be able to gang tackle this guy and not let him take it to the house from that distance and score points. Moving forward now, the run defense has got to shore up for this defense.
Holly Rowe has an update.
Hey guys, checking in on the Stanford sideline. There is a lot of excitement because this offense is outperforming a much higher-ranked team defense.
Oh, he found a space on the right. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. That's just an obvious face mask penalty there. No way you're getting away with it. Got it. First down here as we dive into the college football season. A week 1 clash that has been worth every minute of it so far. On the run, it's Ford. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
And this defense and their team, honestly, has just built some momentum here in this fourth quarter, man. And I'm interested to see this offense and if they can respond, if they can be physical, if they can run the football, they can make some plays here in this fourth quarter.
They'll run the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. And the last thing they need is to squander this great field position facing a 3rd and long. Across the 25, he's got room. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And now it'll take a touchdown to at least tie them a 6-point lead here in the 4th. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Let's go down to the sideline and Holly Rowe.
Checking in from the Miami sideline. I can see a developing situation with their quarterback and the coaches. Their QB has struggled here today with the turnovers, and there's a lot of conversation. They're showing him those mistakes on the film, trying to get him to see what he's missing. They want to get some confidence built back up in this quarterback, but right now he's shaking his head like, I've got this, I've got this. We'll see if he really does here to take the field. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Throwing, Mensah. Bringing the heat. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
All right, well, the quarterback's showing you he is human after all. Finally throws an incompletion, and not just that, after a couple completions back-to-back-to-back, almost throws a pick.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Snags it, and he's open. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
Well, he was licking his chops. As soon as he saw blitz, he knew some guy was trying to cover him man-to-man. Ain't gonna happen. With his skill set, he's one of the best in the country, and that is just way too easy.
To the air on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Mensah. Pressure coming. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today. And
pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. The Canes will punt it away on fourth down. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. How about this? It's out of bounds inside the 10, and they're going to mark it right around the 5-yard line. What a great job there. Let's check in with Holly Rowe.
Hey, guys, checking in on the Stanford sideline. This offense is getting ready to take the field and
turning it on. Really nice gain. Gets it out across the 20. It'll be a first down at the 22. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Right back to the well. Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And this offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run. And as this game creeps along, right, if they can continue to do this with the lead, this is going to be a game that they're going to have in hand.
This is an area of the game. On offense, you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down, so you have to be able to run it.
The give, and tick, 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 tick. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
Big third down for this defense. Listen, you've got to get the ball back. You know what they're doing. They're trying to run the football, but we need the clock to be on our side so our offense has some time. Got to make a stand right here on third down.
Looking for a crease. It's Ford. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. So Miami signals for a timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Stanford lines up to punt it away. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. And now, deep in the fourth quarter, a chance to go down the field and take the lead in this ball game. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Lofton.
And you've created some great momentum, getting the stop, forcing the punt, now getting it back to your offense. Your offense starting to get in a groove. Late in the game, you need some big plays.
Just wonder how much panic there is right now on the defensive side of the football, too, because of what you just said, David. They can feel and sense the momentum leaving them right now with the lead. So someone defensively better step up here soon and make a play.
Snagged out of the air. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
And that's the danger. When you've got a receiver like that, if you blitz and you're playing man coverage, he's one-on-one, and he's going to burn you if you don't get home to the quarterback.
Wants to throw on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking.
You're seeing a lot of confidence out of this quarterback now. 3 for 3 on this 2-minute drive. He understands that he needs to step up if his team's going to win this game, and he's playing his best football right now.
It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo.
And they've trusted him to throw the football all game. I expect nothing to change whatsoever. They're going to put it on his back, or his arm, I guess you could say, and let him throw this team to victory. It's a close game, tight game. I'm rolling with my best player.
The Canes will go ahead and call that second timeout. And they'll still have one timeout left at their disposal. Here's a quick throw out to the left. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
They're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Here's a heat. He caught it. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. The Hurricanes will call their third timeout. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. Darian Mensah from the gun on third down. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricanes.
And that drive right there is exactly what you dream about. That's how you want your offense to perform. Under a clutch situation, you take the ball down the field, get the score, and now an extra point away from taking the lead late in this ball game.
And they did have to knock through the extra point to move on top, and they have the lead in the fourth. And now we are set up for quite a finish. On the run from inside his own 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. Stanford's offense heads out, hoping to move the ball on this drive. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Unleashes one. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
And I love the personnel group that the defense is in right now. With the lead late in a 2-minute situation, you're seeing extra DBs on the field. You know the offense is going to try and throw the football. So faster guys, good job that time getting to the ball, knocking it away, forcing the incompletion. You stay in this personnel grouping if you're on defense.
He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
And this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
They're setting up the screen. Stopped right at the 24-yard line, and that's short of the line to gain. It'll be fourth down. They get the timeout called. 11 seconds remaining to play.
And that's why, as a defense, you want to set up third and long situations. You just want to be able to keep the football in front of you. It's okay for that quarterback to hit the running back on that pass. Now you have all those bodies flying to the football, and they're able to make a tackle.
Down a possession here in the fourth, and they'll need to convert on this fourth down. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. This will be the last play of the game and the last chance they have maybe to win it at the gun. Looking downfield on first down. Got the back over the middle. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Looking to throw on first down. He wants a big play here late. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. Bitterly disappointing start to the season as they can't come up with a W and open 0-1.
And there's still so much room to improve for this football team. I know this is not the performance they were expecting here today, but there were plays to be made on the field. And David, I think moving forward, this team just got to do a better job executing.
Yeah, and when you see it on tape, and your coach has been preaching all camp about the mistakes, but now it's real. Now you got a loss attached to it, but a lot of conference play still ahead, a lot of opportunities to still have a successful season.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis.